Hey everyone, welcome to the Dyl Pickle Movie Network. I am Dylan Randazzo. Saturday, February 18th is the big, long anticipated 24-hour subathon for the channel. It is an event that I've been planning for almost a year now. I think in March or April of last year, I was thinking, you know what, wouldn't it be fun if I did a real big live stream and just have all the hosts on and film every single video live on that day and try to raise funds for the channel and also try to gain subscriptions to keep this channel growing. The main goal now that I've gotten this amazing team around me, Matt, Kelsey, Zach, Chad, Crosby, all the guests of Draft Day and Marvelous Trivia, all those people have been so helpful in building something so great. But now the goal is to get it out there, to get as many people to see it, not just those who are loyal and who come back time and time again for the videos, to keep them here. Yes, that is part of the goal, is to keep them here and keep giving them stuff they want to see, but also getting new faces and new viewers and just building our outreach even further. We're essentially going to do it the most appropriate way possible, and that is by showing off all of our amazing shows, all the things that all the amazing people around me have helped to create, and we're going to be doing that all in one 24-hour live stream on Saturday, which is so exciting. This video is here to just kind of illustrate what the goals are in terms of subscriptions and certain things that will be unlocked depending on how many subscriptions we get along the course of 24 hours, and also showing what you may receive if you would like to add a tip donation. Not saying you have to, and it's not even encouraged. It's just if you feel like you want to and you want to add something to the channel, we do have stuff that we want to give back if you do feel obliged to give a tip. And then we're also going to give you the schedule, because I think a lot of people look forward to certain specific shows, and that's fine. We want you to stay for the whole 24-hour subathon, but let's be honest, everyone except for me should be getting some sleep that day. I don't want everyone to stay up the whole 24 hours, so I'm going to give the schedule so you can tune in to exactly what you want to watch, and it will all be available on YouTube in the incoming weeks. I will be trickling them out, so if you just want to watch Picture This, or just want to watch Frame Wreck, or just want to watch the Marvel Trivia, those will be available in the weeks after in their own individual videos. But for this giant long subathon, I cannot wait to just spend a day doing what I love and collaborating with people I love too, that I've loved to see on the shows, but also see people in the chats, people who have consistently commented and been such great supporters of the show. And like I said, there will be ways that we are going to give back to you, and part of that is by unlocking specific things with the subscriptions. So here are our goals in subscriptions. Our goals for the entire subathon is 1,000 subscriptions. That is a reach. I don't think we're going to get it, but that is the goal we're setting. That is the ultimate goal of how many subscriptions we want to get by the end of the subathon. And if we unlock 1,000 subscriptions, there is a very fun video that will come along with it. But until then, we have to hit certain benchmarks along the way. So we're going to start with 15 subscriptions. If we can get 15 subscriptions in the course of 24 hours, which I think is an attainable goal, there will be a Harry Potter exhibition match that will be unlocked in the middle of the subathon. Meaning, if we hit 15 subscriptions, the Harry Potter exhibition match is a go, and if we hit those 15 subscriptions, you will get that Harry Potter match during the subathon, during the 24-hour run, probably somewhere around midnight. Everything magical and mystical happens after midnight, so if we hit 15 subscriptions, that Harry Potter exhibition match will be unlocked, and those competitors are all the other hosts. So I will be hosting alongside Stacey Morris, who's a great friend of the channel. She competes in Marvel Trivia. Her and I will be making some questions and giving some questions to the 4 other hosts on the channel, Matt, Zach, Chad, and Kelsey, and they will be battling it out to see which host knows the most in Harry Potter trivia. That's it if we hit 15 subscriptions. If we hit 50, we are unlocking a Troll 2 commentary track between myself and Matt Chapman from Frame Wreck. Matt and I have teased that we are going to eventually do a Troll 2 commentary track, and we figured, you know what, why don't we make this an unlockable? This will not happen during the subathon, but if you guys hit 50 subscriptions over the course of 24 hours, we will release that Troll 2 commentary next month in March. So March, be on the lookout. If we hit 50 subscriptions, we will be doing a Troll 2 commentary next month. That'll be unlocked with 50. If we hit 75 subscriptions, if we get 3/4 of the way to 100, we have a really fun video that we will unlock, which is a chopped cook-off between Zach and I. Zach is a amazing friend of mine since I was young, but also a great co-host on Recipe for Reality. But we really talk about the reality in Recipe for Reality, but we don't really hit on the recipes. There's really not a lot of food involved on this channel. But I love to cook, so does Zach. So if we hit 75 subscriptions, Zach and I will do a chopped style cook-off, meaning someone will put together a mystery basket of a bunch of hodgepodge different ingredients, and Zach and I will have to make a 3-course meal out of them, and it'll be judged by some familiar faces, including Zach's wife, Rachel. So this is going to be a lot of fun if we hit 75 subscriptions. If you want to see Zach and I in a chopped style cook-off, if you want more food content in general, 75 subscriptions. If we hit 100 subscriptions, which is a big goal, but if we hit it this summer, I will be hosting an MCU trivia free-for-all. That means that anyone and everyone who wants to compete can get in the ring, and it will be knockout style. Keep going until one remains, and as many people or as little people can join that as possible. The winner of that free-for-all will get a guaranteed title shot against our current champion, Kelsey, at the end of the summer, which is going to be really, really fun. So if you are someone who competes in the MCU Trivia League or have friends in the MCU Trivia League that want to get a shot at this MCU free-for-all, this is going to get a lot of rookies, a lot of matches much quicker because there are so many rookies signed up for MCU Trivia this month that by the time we get through the list of rookies, the year will be over already. So if you are a rookie who really wants to get in that ring, tell your friends to subscribe to the channel, because if we hit 100 subscriptions, you will be guaranteed a match, because everyone and anyone who wants to be in that free-for-all trivia match can be once we hit 100, and that will be happening this summer. If we hit 250 subscriptions, this is my next big benchmark after 100, I will be hosting a Pickle Awards pre-show concert. I don't get enough chances except for TikTok and occasional videos here and there where I get to actually perform music and sing. So this is a great opportunity. If we hit 250 subscriptions before the Pickle Awards, which are happening in just a few weeks, I will be doing a little mini concert, maybe singing some great songs from this year's movies, singing some classic movie tunes, and just singing a lot of songs I love in a quick little hour pre-show musical concert for the Pickle Awards. If you want to hear me sing, if you want to experience some great live music before the Pickle Awards, then consider subscribing, because if we hit 250 subscriptions, we will hit that. If we hit 500 subscriptions, this is where we hit the double dog dare type of tiers. If we hit 500 subscriptions, I will wear an embarrassing item of clothing for an entire month on the channel. I don't know which month that'll be. Maybe it'll be May, June, July. I'm not sure, but you will get to vote on which article of clothing it may be. Is it an embarrassing t-shirt? Is it an embarrassing hat? Nothing that's too profane, but maybe you make me wear a Red Sox hat. I can't fathom that, but hey, if that's what you vote on, that's what you vote on. If we hit 500 subscriptions, I will do that for an entire month. I will be wearing an article of clothing picked by you guys. So if you want to see me embarrass myself, consider subscribing, because if we hit 500 subscriptions, that's what's going to happen. Speaking of embarrassing, though, if we hit that 1,000 subscriber goal, if we keep going up and up and up, if we hit 1,000 subscriptions, you're unlocking all of that stuff. You're unlocking Harry Potter trivia, Troll 2 commentary, chopped cook-off, MCU free-for-all, Pickle Awards musical concert, embarrassing clothing for a month, and the Roast of Dyl. You will see Kelsey Kilpatrick, host of Marvelous Movie Mondays, host this roast. That rhymed, Dr. Seuss. She will host that roast alongside the other hosts of the channel, Matt Chapman, Chad Webb, Zach Love, and maybe some other special guests as they come and roast me. They will do whatever they want to do. I'm going to leave it up to them. I don't know how hardcore the roast is going to get, but if we hit 1,000 subscriptions on the Subathon on Saturday and Sunday, we will unlock that roast. So if 1,000 of you watching now aren't subscribed, wait till Saturday, subscribe, and if we hit 1,000, I'm going to be roasted by all my co-hosts, which is going to be really fun. As for tips, now tips, as I said, totally voluntary, totally not even encouraged. Like, all I want is your eyes and attention and your fun and smiles. Like, all I want to do is have people watching. But if you feel like you want to help the channel by donating, I will put a place where you can donate on the Subathon. I'm not sure if it's going to be through Venmo or a different other cash app or maybe some sort of donation link. I haven't figured that out yet, and that'll be explained at the very top of the Subathon on Saturday at noon when it starts. But if you feel obliged to tip, we do want to give back to you. So if you do tip $1, just $1, I will shout out you during the Subathon. I will shout out your name. I'll say thank you so much for donating. I will bring your name up on the screen and give you a personal shout out during the Subathon for everyone to see, because I think it's important to thank you live on air. If you donate $5, we will enter you into a Blu-ray giveaway. I kind of teased this in an earlier video. I have 3 brand new Blu-rays from movies that came out this year: Everything Everywhere All at Once, Top Gun Maverick, and The Batman. I have those Blu-rays ready, so if you donate $5, I'll put your name into a raffle, and then at the very end of the subathon on Sunday, I will pick a name and that person will walk away with 3 Blu-rays, which is pretty cool. If you have those Blu-rays, we can negotiate too. You can say, hey, I want this one instead of that one. That's okay too. Hey, we're all friends here. We can negotiate, but yeah, $5 enters you into that Blu-ray giveaway, and $10 if you donate $10, which again is not necessary, but if you feel obliged to, your name will be displayed as an official Dyl Pickle Movie Network sponsor till the very end of the year in every single video. So what that'll mean is that at the very end of each video, I will say a big shout out to the Dyl Pickle Movie Network sponsors, and your name will be listed as a sponsor for the channel. So if you donate $10, you will be a sponsor for the channel, you will get a shout out, and you will be entered for that Blu-ray giveaway, which is very exciting. If you feel so obliged to donate $50, which again, I don't think is going to happen, I don't encourage, but if you feel like you want to help the channel out in that way, it really helps, and it's very well appreciated. And to show you that appreciation, I will record any audio podcast episode of your choice. I have the Dyl Pickle Podcast. I will cover a podcast for your topic of choice. If you want me to review a specific film, if you want me to rank a certain filmography, if you want me to just talk about something, a topic you're really into, I will record a personal podcast episode and basically make that episode in your honor at $50, and you will also be a sponsor for the channel. You will be entered for the Blu-ray giveaway, and you will have your name shouted out on air. Now, if you feel inclined to donate even more, I do have another unlockable tier, and again, do not feel pressured or do not feel encouraged to do this. This is all on your own volition, but I would be incredibly grateful, and I would be so grateful that I'm about to do what I'm about to do, and that is if you donate $100, I will make a video for you for whatever topic you want, and really for whatever topic you want. If you want me to talk about this film up here that I love and give it a bad review, I'll do it for $100. And if you want me to give a great review to something like Cars 2, a film I despise, I'll do it. If you want me to rank all the films of your favorite director or your favorite franchise, I can do that too. Any video, as long as it's within like appropriacy guidelines. I'm not going to get on here and talk about something that's very, very controversial, but within reason. If you donate $100, it is such a gift to us, and so to give that gift back to you, I would love to record a video sponsored by you of your choice. And in addition to that, if you donate $100, I will make a video of whatever you want on the channel, and I will also enter you for that Blu-ray giveaway, shout out your name on air, and make you a sponsor for the rest of the year. You will unlock basically the $1, $5, and $10 tiers as well. So that is only if you feel obliged to tip. Again, I can't stress it enough. Tips are not necessary. The goal here is subscriptions, but because we are on for 24 hours and some people have asked me how they can help build this channel monetarily and help with new equipment, it is costly to put together a YouTube channel, and a lot of people have asked how they can help. So one more time, $1 gets you a shout out on the subathon, $5 gets you entered into that Blu-ray giveaway for Everything Everywhere All at Once, Top Gun Maverick, and the Batman. $10 makes you a sponsor on the channel for the end till the end of the year. Your name will be displayed on every single video on the channel. $50, I will make a podcast all about a topic of your choice, and $100, I will make you a video of any topic of your choice within reason. What is the subathon going to have in it? That's the big question. What is the schedule? I'm here to reveal the schedule right now, as well as who you can expect to see on some of these things. So starting off at noon on February 18th, we'll be here starting the subathon. I will be introducing the subathon. I'll have some hosts on. We'll hang out. We'll play some games. We'll explain the schedule one more time for you at noon. But starting at 1 is when all the festivities really begin, because at 1 o'clock, Kelsey and I will be recording an episode of Marvelous Movie Mondays live, where we will be reviewing Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Kelsey and I are seeing it tonight, actually, and we will be reviewing it live on air on the subathon. So please watch along, because if your comments are there in the comments section, I may pull your comment or your question and talk about it on air with Kelsey. I mean, that's the whole goal of the subathon, is to make it interactive. At 2 o'clock, we will be having our Picture This episode featuring a special guest, Dan Skip Allen, as well as my co-host Chad Webb, where we will be talking about the films of 1974, the Best Picture nominees of 1974, those films: Chinatown, The Conversation, The Godfather Part 2, Lenny, and The Towering Inferno. If you want to watch some of those films beforehand, come check out the channel afterwards and listen to us talk about some real classic 70s films. Or if you've seen them all and just want to watch them, great. Or if you've never seen any of them but you just want to hear us talk about some great movies and recommend some great movies to you, Tune in then. That'll be going on from 2 o'clock to 4:45. At 4:45, we'll be doing a watch-along for one of my favorite films, Paddington 2. A lot of people associate me with Paddington. They say it's my brand. So I will be doing a Paddington 2 watch-along where I'll be watching the movie, and you can watch the movie alongside me, and we can chat about it. You'll be able to watch me watch the movie, which will be a lot of fun. I'll take your questions. I'll take your comments until 6:30 when that watch-along ends, and then we will go into our first of 2 marvelous trivia matches where we'll have the sorcerer, Chris Diaz, go up against the philosopher, Kevin Poss, a veteran versus a rookie in this Marvel Trivia League, and they will face off and square off and compete in Marvel Trivia from 6:30 to 7. At 7 o'clock, we will have a little bit of a buffer period. That's where we're going to kind of chill a little bit, play some games. Some people who are commonly seen on the channel may pop in and say hello. But then at 7:30, we have something called our Mega ABC Draft Day. And what that is, that's an episode of Draft Day. One of our fan favorite shows on the channel is Draft Day. And how this episode of Draft Day will work is that all the panelists, which do include some of the hosts of the channel and some new faces maybe, we will be drafting films for every letter of the alphabet. But instead of each person getting a different letter, we are each going to pick a film for every letter. So at the end, we will have our own draft boards of about 25 plus films per person. So it's going to be a mega-sized draft day. We'll explain it more on air, but that is going to be from 7:30 to 11:30. It's 4 hours because we're going to be talking about essentially 100 films in the span of 4 hours. And then at the very end of that first half, 11:30 to 12, we'll just be, catching up on any of the time. If we're falling behind a little bit, that'll be kind of our buffer period, and we'll be playing a few more games as we wait till midnight. At around 11:55, I'm actually going to switch the stream over. We're going to take about a 5 to 10 minute break. I know it kind of beats the spirit of a subathon, but we will be taking a little bit of break just because I have to transition videos from AM to PM just because of YouTube. I don't want to have anything over 12 hours on YouTube, otherwise YouTube doesn't save it. So in order to keep these videos seen on the channel after the subathon, we're going to do a first half and second half videos. So we're basically going to switch the streams around midnight, but kicking off the second half on February 19th at midnight, if we hit 15 subscriptions, we will unlock that Harry Potter exhibition trivia match, and that match will be happening at midnight if we have 15 subscribers, which is going to be a lot of fun. At 1 o'clock, after that match, Matt Chapman and I will be doing our episode of Frame Wreck, where we'll be talking about all 5 films in the Twilight Saga, a saga that is near and dear to my heart, a saga that Matt has never seen until now. We will be talking about all 5 films from Twilight at 1 a.m. until 3 a.m. And then at 3 a.m., it's going to be another kind of buffer period, just kind of an hour of downtime. But in that hour, I am expecting a visit from my good friend, Dr. Nova from The Gatekeepers, which is a really great YouTube series that I'm a fan of watching. And he will be here to recommend some hidden gems, some movies that maybe a lot of people haven't heard of, that he would like to recommend on the channel. And we may even talk about some of them in depth. He'll give me his recommendations, and maybe I'll throw some of my own out there for movies that I think you should see. That's going to be our late night slot from 3 to 4 a.m. At 4 a.m., we will be starting another watch along, except instead of Paddington 2, this time it'll be Up to You. Paddington 2, Up to You. Kind of rhymed, Dr. Seuss. That'll be up to you. So on the subathon, at the very start of the subathon at noon, we, the hosts, will pick a few movies that you guys will get to vote between, and then whichever one wins will be our late night watch along, and that will be from like 4 to 6 a.m. That'll be in the middle of the night, so whoever is up late at night can come watch along with me. But if not, if you want to sleep during that period, I do not take offense. Hopefully some of our international watchers will be able to watch along with us from 4 to 6, but that will be a watch along decided by the audience. At 6 o'clock, I'm kicking off the morning as the sun rises with a episode of Diving into Sight and Sound. That is my podcast that I do on the Dyl Pickle Podcast. I've not done that podcast in video form, and I don't intend on doing it ever again, except for this very one episode. This is a very special episode. It's a film a lot of people love, and it is the recent Best Picture winner, Parasite. So if you want to talk about Parasite, if you want to give me your comments or questions on Parasite, you can wake up at 6 a.m. and watch it live, or if you're going to go to bed, you can still leave some comments, and I'll get to them once we get to the Parasite segment. Anything and everything is eligible, but that is when I'll be talking about Parasite for my Sight and Sound podcast. At 7 a.m., Waking up in the morning, gotta get fresh. No one knows that reference. Okay, wow, I feel old. All right, so 7 o'clock will be our second Marvelous trivia match between Brian Nussbaum, Pizza Time, and Jake Tato. Jake Tato, a mysterious rookie in the league. We have never seen him compete. Brian, we've seen compete, win some matches, lose some matches. So they will be going head-to-head at 7 a.m. On Sunday morning on the 19th. At 7:30, following tradition with the Oscars, I will be announcing my own award nominations very, very early at the Ass Crack of Dawn, and I will be announcing my nominations for the Pickle Awards. That's right, the third annual Pickle Awards will be happening in just a few weeks, and I will be giving you my nominations at 7:30 a.m. on the 19th. So if you have some favorite films of 2022 that you want to root along, be sure to tune in at 7:30 a.m. to see me announce those nominations live. At 8 o'clock, we'll be talking about the real Oscars with my guest from Picture This, Dan Skip Allen. He's going to be back on the channel from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, just talking about the Oscars race, where things lie right now. Is it Cate Blanchett? Is it Michelle Yeoh? Does Andrea Riseborough have a chance? We're going to be talking all the races, all the big races that matter, but we're going to be just talking about Oscars in general for an hour. Then at 9 a.m. on Sunday, from 11 a.m. on Sunday, we have a big episode of Recipe for Reality Plan. This is our season premiere. We haven't recorded yet this year, Zach and I will be giving you a full Big Brother season ranking that includes the 3 celebrity seasons as well. So that's going to be really fun to rank every single season of Big Brother. I revisited some seasons of Big Brother for this, which is going to be exciting. We only have 2 hours, so we may not go in depth every single season, but we'll definitely save some discussion at the end for any comments or questions about Big Brother that you guys have, because I know there's a lot of people who love reality television. And then at 11 o'clock to noon, that's our last hour. That's going to be where we kind of reminisce on the day where you all watch me crash while I'm trying to drink my coffee and stay awake. The very last hour, though, I'm going to invite some of the hosts back on, whoever's free, whoever wants to play some last-minute games, and we will announce the winners of the giveaway for the Blu-rays then and there. It's going to be a jam-packed day. I mean, this is already a long video, just me explaining the schedule, but I'm really excited. This is going to be a really fun event. Even if we get 5 subscribers, even if we get 1 subscriber, I'm still excited for all of you to watch it and just to have a day where we can celebrate making art together, whether that be a host or a co-host or someone even watching, even if you're not in the video, just being there, commenting along, watching along, giving it that sense of aliveness. I think it's going to make a great deal of fun for Saturday and Sunday. So if you're around Saturday at noon to Sunday at noon, there's always going to be something going on the channel, and that's the schedule there so you can prepare for it. If you want to sit back and spend the next few days watching the Twilight movies or watching Parasite or watching the 1974 Best Picture nominees, this is what you can prepare for, and we would love to have you tune in at any point. And remember, those tips, we will reward you in some way, whether it be a shout out, whether it be an entry into the giveaway, or whether it be a personalized video or podcast for all to hear dedicated to you. And then, of course, if we hit certain subscriber tiers, we will unlock certain things, including the big one, the Roast of Dyl. If we hit 1,000, you will see me be roasted. So I hope that gives people incentive to subscribe. If not, if you're just here for the ride, if you just watch this video and don't intend on watching, I'm just happy to have anyone watching, and that's just been the goal, is to make one person happy. If I make one person happy, I'm doing my job right. So thank you guys so much. I will see you Saturday for the Subathon. Until then, stay safe and get some sleep. If you plan on sticking with me all 24 hours, which I don't plan anyone to do, but I don't advise it. But if you want to join me for the ride and stay up 24 hours with me, by all means, please do. And just make sure to get some sleep. Drink lots of Celsius, drink lots of coffee, and I will see you Saturday. Bye, guys. I'll see you next time.